So, if you are like me who are still confused on what's actually Kitasan Unique do and work, I'll explain this confusing skill using actual in-game recording to make it simple for you to understand. First, when you take a look at Kitasan's Unique, there is two triggers. Trigger 1, which activate on the straight, and Trigger 2, which activates on the corner. So, does this mean her Unique activates twice? Well, no. It simply chooses only one of the trigger to activate, and whichever fits the criteria first will activate. We are not yet in JP future where the unique actually activates twice. To understand this skill simply, it will check the trigger 2 first. If we are on corner 3 and above the second position, and the race is already halfway through, then we automatically will get a speed boost and the trigger 2 will activate. Otherwise, this skill will activate the stronger unique that activates on the straight and will give you the acceleration which we usually want. The common misconception is that we think it's on the third corner of the race course, as in the actual third corner where you count it 1, 2, 3. Whereas the skill just means the race course third corner. To understand this simply, I'll bring up the image of a race course. Let's say we are on Hanshin 3000 meter. Where do you think Kitasan's Unique will activate? Yup, it will activate on the straight and will do the first trigger, giving you the acceleration and the speed 1. Well, if you are confused why it doesn't activate on the third corner right here, even though it's already halfway through the race, it's simply because this is corner 1 of the race course and not the third corner. We're looking at the corner of the actual race course, and we do not count it by hand how many corners that we have passed. Another simple example is Tokyo 1600 meter. With our newly learned knowledge, do you think this unique will activate or not? If you guess it will activate, you are correct. This unique doesn't care about the number of the corners in the race course. It simply looks if we are on corner 3 of the race course and we're already halfway past through the race. To reinforce this understanding, I'll show you a recording of Kitasan running on the Tokyo 1600 meter and will confirm if what the skill visualizer does the same in game. You can see here that my Kitasan is up on the first position and we're nearing the halfway mark. And there we go. We can see that she activates her unique. If we see the in-game race distance, there's about 800 meter left right here, so it confirms our theory about it activating on corner 3 on this race course. Now, let's change the scenario to Tokyo 1400 meter race course. Will this unique activate on this race course or not? The answer is no. Corner 3 is below the 50% mark of the race course, so this unique doesn't activate trigger 2. After that, it will check on trigger 1. Are we above the second position? And this straight is front type 2. Now, what this means is that this straight is on the opposite of the race course from where the audience is. And the answer is no as well, so this skill doesn't activate. I'll explain what straight front type 2 deeper later on after I show you this short recording just to prove that it doesn't activate on this race course so it's easier to understand. And this is the clip from where Kitasan is running on Tokyo 1400 meter race course. We can see that Kitasan keeps the first position lead here and it satisfies the requirement. She keeps the position throughout the race until the late race hits where we go into the straight. But as you can see, the unique never activated even when we entered the straight. Now, this is where the understanding of straight from type equals 2 matters. This is purely for my understanding, but if it's wrong, please correct. So, imagine it like this. A horse stadium racecourse is usually like this, and the audience section of the racecourse stadium is always positioned here. This is where usually the last spurt straight is located, so the audience can see the last final moment. Straight from type 2 means that this will be the straight on the opposite of where the audience is. So it will be the straight on the other side of the track and it's this one right here. Now, on shorter distance track like Tokyo 1400 meter, the phase 2 straight is on the audience side right here That is why it doesn't activate. If it's too hard for you to understand this, do not worry about it. All you need to know is that this trait where Kitasan Trigger 1 uniques happen is only on long distance track. For example, the Tokyo 3400 meter race course. This is the prime easiest example to understand this unique. The audience side is always where the last trait is, so if we see on the Game Tour race course, it's right here. And the opposite side is right here. If we see in the emulator, we can also see that we do not have any corner tree on the 50% mark, and the corner tree happens after the opposite straight. So the unique goes like this for Tokyo 3400 meter race course. I check trigger 2. Do I have corner 3 after 50% halfway to the course? No? Okay, this unique doesn't activate yet. Now I check for trigger 1. Am I on a straight in a late race section? That straight is not the last spurt straight. The answer is yes, and it is marked by the green bar over here. And this is the important point where I have mentioned at the start of the video. Since there are two conditions for this unique, whichever procs first will take effect and the other one will not activate. This means trigger 2 will not activate even though the requirements are met because we already activate trigger 1. To see it in action, I'll give you this clip of recording of my Kitasan running on Tokyo 3400 meter race course. I'll speed this recording up to 4 times speed not to waste your time as well. As you can see, this unique didn't activate on the corner in the middle section, but at the straight on the last spurt section. You can also see here that as soon as my Kitasan procs her unique, she also activated angling and skimming on the corner. So we can see that the unique actually proc earlier than the corner of angling and skimming. Now, it is very easy to see why Kitasan's unique is so strong on the long distance racetrack, right? Most of the long distance track have this opposite side straight and it doesn't have corner tree on the middle section of the race. And with that, you will always get the activation of trigger 1 from Kitasan's unique that will give you speed and acceleration as soon as the last spurt hit, which is overpowered. The same case will also happen in our next CM after this one, which is the Business Cup Hanshin 3200 meter turf. This unique will activate on the straight as soon as the last spurt start, and with that, Kitasan will just fly and win the race. Here is also the recording of Kitasan running on Hanshin 3200 meter turf if you are interested on where the unique is activated. Well, I already spoiled that it will activate on the straight, but you can enjoy Kitasan running on the track. I hope this short video helps you understand this unique and understand why Kitasan is really strong on the long distance racetrack. Anyways, thanks for watching and I'll catch you guys in the next one.